Hey, Dr. Amy here. In this video, I'm showing you 3 high estrogen foods and whether you can eat them or not after breast cancer. Whether you've just been diagnosed with hormone-positive breast cancer, or even if you're just worried about your risk of developing breast cancer, this video is for you. Because you want to do everything you can to lower your risk of cancer or a cancer recurrence. And if that means eating more or less of certain foods, then I know you're gonna do it. At least that's how I feel as a 7-year cancer survivor. And then at the very end of this video, I'm gonna show you one food that you should be eating to prevent breast cancer or a breast cancer recurrence. You'll wanna watch that. Okay, let's dive in. Starting with the first high estrogen food, soy. So many women that I work with in the Cancer Freedom Program are terrified of soy, especially if you have hormone-positive cancer. But soy is actually completely safe for breast cancer survivors, even those who have hormone-positive breast cancer. Here's what you need to know. In the past, there was this theory that soy acts like estrogen in your body. Soy is often referred to as a phytoestrogen. It has a similar chemical structure, but not the same, to the estrogen that's naturally circulating in your body. Similar, but not the same. The idea at the time was that if you ate soy, it would actually raise the hormone levels in your body because it acts similar to estrogen. Makes sense, right? If you ate soy, it would raise your hormone levels and fuel your cancer. Some people even went as far as to tell perfectly healthy women who had no history of cancer or breast cancer that they too should avoid soy. They should avoid eating soy because of the phytoestrogen properties. But also for breast cancer survivors, there was a thought that if you had ER/PR positive breast cancer, then eating soy would increase your risk of a breast cancer recurrence. Those phytoestrogen properties in soy would cause your cancer to grow. This theory resulted in many clinicians telling breast cancer survivors across the board to avoid soy. Do not eat it ever again. And that is just completely ridiculous, that people are actually trying to scare women into not eating soy. Here's why. This was just someone's hypothesis. It was never actually proven. This means that a scientist was just sitting around thinking, oh, well, soy has a similar chemical structure to estrogen, therefore women should stop eating soy. But just because someone has a thought does not mean that it's true. And that's exactly what's been proven now. Here's what you absolutely need to know about soy and cancer risk. Over the last several years, there has been an abundance of studies disproving this theory. The most impressive was an article published in JAMA in 2009. This study looked at over 5,000 breast cancer survivors and followed them for over 4 years. They found that eating soy significantly reduced the risk of death and breast cancer recurrence. So breast cancer survivors that actually ate soy, they were more likely to live longer and to not have a breast cancer recurrence. Okay, so let's back up here. We've gone from soy is dangerous and you should absolutely never eat it, to soy is not only safe, but it can actually lower your risk of recurrence. Yes, it's true. The results have been proven over and over and over again. Like this meta-analysis from 2020. This study summarized the results from 12 different pieces of literature. And again, they found that eating soy, it actually reduced your risk of cancer recurrence. Okay, so by now you should start to be feeling safer about eating soy. But if you're a hormone-positive breast cancer survivor, you might be thinking, well, what about me? Is soy safe in hormone-positive breast cancer? We also know that the impact soy has in your body, it's dependent on your tumor type. So eating soy will have a different impact if you're hormone-positive versus HER2 positive. So eating soy will have a different impact on your body, whether you're hormone positive or HER2 positive. But the most benefit from eating soy can actually be found in hormone positive breast cancer. So if you have ER/PR positive breast cancer, then you should definitely be eating soy. It's not only safe, but it will lower your risk of a cancer recurrence. Same goes for BRCA carriers. Eating more soy in your diet actually lowers your risk of recurrence. Okay, so we've gone from never eating soy again to be sure to eat it all the time. But wait, is there such a thing as eating too much soy? Do you need to stick to a particular level of soy in your diet to actually lower your risk of recurrence? When we look at populations that eat large amounts of soy, like Chinese breast cancer survivors, we can take a look at what large consumption of soy does to your risk of breast cancer recurrence. When moderate levels of soy consumption are compared to high levels of soy consumption, we see that both are quite safe. There is no upper limit to how much soy is safe for you to eat. You do not have to minimize your soy consumption in any way. But in some cases, we do see that high soy consumption can actually further lower your risk of a cancer recurrence. So in this case, it's actually more is better. Okay, but on to the next high estrogen food that breast cancer survivors need to know about, and that's flaxseed. Flax seeds are rich in ligands, which are an estrogen-like property found in plants. Okay, but again, if you're a cancer survivor with hormone-positive cancer, then red flags are probably going up for you. Why would you want to eat a food with compounds that are like estrogen? This is the opposite of what we're trying to do with your long-term treatment in anti-hormonal therapy. But these compounds, they do not raise the estrogen in your body. They actually do the opposite. These ligands actually block or suppress the effects of estrogen in your body, which have been linked to a lot of different types of cancer. So not only does it make it a safe option for breast cancer survivors, it makes it a must-include option. So you can start adding flaxseed to your diet today. Just sprinkle a little on top of your cereal or your yogurt. Flaxseed also contains omega-3s, fiber, and antioxidants. And you can add ground flaxseed to almost anything, smoothies, oatmeal, or you can even use it as an egg substitute in a lot of recipes. Flaxseed is not only a safe option for breast cancer survivors, it's a great option for them. But unfortunately, all too often, someone passes along some outdated or misinformation about what you should or should not eat after breast cancer. This drives a lot of women to make drastic cuts in their food and cut out a lot of foods that they actually love to eat. Now, cutting out some of these foods means that you're actually cutting out foods that are really healthy and nutritious for you. And by cutting them out, it's gonna make absolutely zero difference about whether your cancer comes back or not. Okay, but on to the next high estrogen food, and that is edamame beans. They're high in protein, and that is exactly what breast cancer survivors need to help with their recovery. They're also packed with vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin K, and they're loaded with calcium. Plus, they have a ton of fiber. And that brings me to the one food that you absolutely need to add into your diet to lower your risk of breast cancer: lentils. Lentils are loaded with fiber. And we know that eating more fiber actually lowers your risk of cancer. In cultures that eat more fiber, they actually have lower cancer rates. And we want that too. Unfortunately, in North America, we don't commonly eat foods that are high in fiber. It's unfortunate, but it's our reality. So we need to take strategic steps in bumping up our fiber to lower our risk of breast cancer. Lentils are an easy, affordable, and versatile way to do that. Okay, so now that you know about these 3 high estrogen foods and whether you can eat them after breast cancer or not, the next thing you need to know about is sugar in breast cancer. That's why I'm linking up this next video for you here about exactly what you need to know. Can you eat sugar or not? Click the link here. I'll see you in the next video.